just get into this. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Kianna. Thank you, you for clicking on this live. Today I'll be talking about being burnt out as a parent, seeing how, if you guys relate to me or if I'm the only person. If I'm the only person, then I need to go get help, because I hope I'm not the only person going through this, because it's a lot. So let's just get started. I went to Google, and I was just looking up, like, am I the only person that gets burnt out as a mother? Like, I don't understand. So for me, I realized that I have to, like, once I get off work, I have to have a couple hours of my own time, like me time. And if I don't have me time, I promise you, I go crazy. So, we have to talk. Let's talk. This is an open dialogue, so I'm not going to be here just chatting and away at your ears. I want you guys to talk to me as well, because I feel like I am going crazy. So let's just get into the comments, put them up here. Larry, what's up? What's up? Larry is a wonderful mother of 5 kids. 5 kids. I don't know how she did it, and she's still looking good with hair. Guys, I'm bald. I have no hair under here, and it's just, there's a reason why I don't have hair. So, Larry, I don't know how you do it. If you can give us some tips in the comment section on how you do it, please let me know. Jean Lee, what's up? What's up? Thank you for showing love, bruh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Kamora. When you're talking about your kids, but they join your live, awkward silence. But we still gonna talk about it because it needs to be talked about. And I want to do a disclaimer, guys. I'm a real person. I'm a very blunt person. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it just for the internet. I am going to tell you my true feelings and how I feel in these moments, and not be like, my kids are the best. My kids are the greatest kids in the world. They cause me no drama, no stress. I love them and I want to be around them 24/7. So if you don't have that with your kids and there's a problem, no, my kids stress me out 24/7 or 25/8. So we gonna be real today. So let's go, let's go. Miguel, my brother. Hey, my big brother's on here, guys. Shout out to you. Let's go. Rocky, hey, my sis. Rocky, what's up? What's up? Guys, we talking today. We talking. So I need y'all in the comment section talking to me so we can just answer these questions, or we can just talk back and forth, because y'all, I is going crazy. I am going crazy. Hey girl, hey. Hey Blair, how are you doing? How are you doing? Larry. So prayer talking to him. Listen, prayer, yes, prayer definitely helps a lot. When I tell y'all, prayer helps. But sometimes you be going off. And for me, I feel like I have reasons to go off. I feel like I don't just go, well, no, that's not true. I go off. But I think I go off because they work my third, second, and last nerve on purpose. So, that's why I be going off. Hey, Jalika, what's up, girl? My big sis is on here. Hey, Jalika, what's up? What's up? Asante, hey, yo, my fam is on here again. Yeah, thank you guys for the support. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Tell your people that I'm on live, that we do this we're gonna start doing this every Tuesdays and Thursdays, going live at least. So make sure you tell your people. Guys, most of you guys, 9 out of 10 of you guys have children. So let's talk. How y'all feeling? Are you guys burnt out? Do you get burnt out? What do you do when you are burnt out? Like I said, for me, when I'm burnt out, as I am right now, they have to leave me alone, because if they don't leave me alone, they not only see red, they see every color in the rainbow. So if you see the rainbow in front of you, you know to leave me alone. And that's one thing I'm happy about, that my kids understand that when I need my time, they give me my time. But it's like, I don't want to get to that point where I need my time. Just know, when I get home from work, leave me alone. Like, hi, mommy. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Kamora. And leave it be. Let me put some music on. Sorry, I didn't know it ended. So I'm glad I have that. But sometimes it's just like, if they're leaving me alone, but they're loud and they're arguing in the background, is that really leaving me alone? Because you're causing me to yell at you. So sometimes you just be quiet. It just be silence. Either get on your iPads or your phone or your computer, and just do something in silence, so that I can have 2 hours of zen. So yeah, that's, you said she's older, so she knows what's up. Who Kamora knows what's up, or your daughter, Jelly Bean. That's true. You know, Blair. I think for us, being strict, for me at least, works because I have to have some kind of structure. If I don't have structure, I promise you, these kids will run me like a lot of these kids run their parents. But I ain't the one, and they know that for sure. So listen, if there's no structure, I feel like if I am not strict, and because I'm a single mother, I feel like they will run all over me. And that it's like, who don't want to, it kills me inside and outside when I go places and I see people of every color, but we know which main color, be yelling at their mama or their daddy or their mama, or saying shut up, or saying I hate you, or be quiet. What? My kids wouldn't have teeth, they wouldn't have a tongue to eat, and it'll be around. And I'll be sitting in prison, eating 3 meals a day, just fine. The day that my child decides to disrespect me, whether in private or in public, will be the day that I can't finish with y'all. Y'all get it. Hey, my sister's on here. Hey girl. Hey. Yeah, I can't. Like I can't. I don't know who's watching, so I can't say a couple of things, but it's odd to me to see kids disrespect their parents. And the reason why they disrespect their parents is because they don't have that. They disrespect their parents because their parents never set the tone and they never nipped it in the bud to shut them up real quick. Like when I tell you, since my kids before they were 1, I made it very clear that I am crazy and that I should be in a mental institution. So now that they are 7 and 11, I think they know that I have more than 2 screws missing in my head. So they know not to mess with me. Do you understand? So they know that I'm super crazy. So if you want to act crazy, I promise you my level of crazy supersedes your level. So we can go there any day, anytime. Just know you will lose. So that's my motto. How long is my loan period? And probably exceeded. Just thank you. My loan period it's 2 hours. Um, it's 2 hours. I get off work at 5 o'clock, so till 7 o'clock, don't bother me. And I thank God because they go to bed at 9 o'clock. So for that 2 hours, um, you know, we converse here and there, but they're to themselves. Excuse me. But I excite her not to see me. I promise you, like I'm not trying to be evil, but for me to have some kind of sanity, I have to have peace. If I don't have peace, then I can't operate. So even for me to go to work, I have to have some level of peace. So when I get home, I get that people are like, oh my gosh, you don't spend time with your kids after you've been at work all day. No, I do spend time with my children. They call me, they text me all day at work. So when I get home, my thing is let me be for 2 hours, just 2 hours. And that's till 7 o'clock. So from 7 to 9, we can do whatever. So we can do whatever. But after 9 o'clock, you better be in bed. So it is what it is. Turn the music off. The music is low. EJ, hey, my nephew's on here. Hey, EJ. How are you? How are you? My kid, I put it on a schedule. They are on a schedule. But their schedule it's a little lax. I guess I'm a little lax with it because the virtual schooling, I don't know, I think it's affecting me more than it's affecting them, like we talked about in my last live. So I don't want to make their downtime before like the 2 hours that they're, without me or that I'm relaxing. I don't want to make that like, make sure you do this, that. Like they have structure in terms of their chores and whatnot, but when I have downtime, like I said, I'd rather them just watch a movie because if they're doing something else, they're going to be loud and they're going to be arguing. Girls, they're dramatic, they're sensitive, and they're overly emotional. So I don't want them to be, guys, go do this or go do that. But generally they read their books, they play with their puzzles and stuff like that. So they really are more so quieter. But if I tell them like, go do this or go do that, like if I tell Kamora to go clean the kitchen. It's gonna be who downtown is that? You slamming pots, breaking glass, like get your life. So just be quiet and be calm. And being calm is them on their iPads, their phones, and TV. So for those 2 hours, do that. But then after that, we can do whatever. Let's see. I like the interior design. Thank you. Thank you. I see you, boo. I see you. So yeah, for me, I like my time, but in all, I want to be stress free. I want to be stress free. One of the things it says on Google about being burnt out is exhausted. I think for me, because like I said, I'm a single mother, and because I work 40 hours a week, it is beyond exhaustion when you come home. I get that you have kids and you're supposed to be lovey-dovey and let's build a bear, but you're tired. And sometimes you have to really listen to your body because it's going to get to a point where you don't listen to your body and then you're going to go off. And I don't want to go off. I do sometimes. I do. But I don't want to. So that's why I have implemented me having downtime because if I don't, then I will be exhausted, which I still am, but I'll be more exhausted. The next one, sleeping is a struggle. Right. So for me, because when I come home, sleeping, I don't. I just relax, whether that's on my phone, on TikTok, or just watching a movie, I don't sleep. But even in that, I don't sleep until 3 o'clock in the morning, even. So I don't sleep. I really don't sleep. Everything sets you off. Guys, I don't see you comments. I don't see no comments up in here. We got to talk. We got to talk. A lot of things set you off. For me, guys, a lot of things set me off. And it's unfortunate. And I think it's because of the lack of sleep. I think there's just a lot. I think it's a lot on your chest. I think everything that is going on, even in this pandemic, it's a lot. And it's hard to even grasp trying to make it normalize it because it's just like, it's so abnormal to be in the house all day, or it's so abnormal to be wearing a mask or to be doing this. Like, it's just abnormal for me, especially. And it's been almost a year and it's still not normal for me. So I definitely, I don't know. Next one. You have a hard time getting anything done. Do you guys have a hard time when you feel burnt out? Do you feel like it's hard for you guys to get anything done because you are beyond burnt out? I don't think it's hard for me to get things done because I have to. I mean, I have to press on, whether I'm burnt out or not. I have to press on. So I don't get. I get the things I need to get done. But so it's not hard for me. So what about you guys? Let's go. Hey, Six Figure Days. I'm not sure who that is. Okay, hold on. Let's go back up. Kim, I didn't see. Okay. Okay. Hey, sweetheart. How are you? Rocky, I'm still trying to figure it out. Yes, girl. It's a learning process. I think because your baby's so young, it's harder, but it gets easier. I'll say that. It gets easier. When they're more dependent, it gets a lot easier, especially when they understand. Cap. I don't know what the cap is about. They call the boys. Yes, so shout out to my girl, love my boys. My kids love her kids. So it's like when you have a village or you have friends who have children, it's for them to call each other and converse back and forth. And they, tell each other the struggles of being an online student or a virtual student, whatever you call it. So it's easier to have that kind of back and forth with them. So shout out to you for, allowing them to call your kids. So how do you physically place the balance between you and during downtime? So let me put up here. Okay, how do you physically place distance between you and I stay in the room and they stay in the other room. And they generally don't bother me. Like I said, I've created structure from the beginning, so it's easy for me to say, leave me alone for 2 hours, and they'll do just that. So that's how I place that kind of distance. You stay in the room. Yes, I stay in the room. Also, does this carry over during the weekend? So the weekend, one thing I like about the weekend is because they go to their dad house every other weekend. So every other weekend I get a break from Friday night to Sunday night. I get my own time, which is good. And it's usually I sleep. Like the week has so much weight for me that I sleep a lot during the weekend, which is unfortunate, but that's what I do. But the weekends that they are with me, we plan things. Like I don't just stay in a room all day. We do different things. So no, we do different things. Kamor says, "Do you think? Let me put it up here. Do you think kids should go back to school? Do I think kids should go back to school? It depends on their parents. It depends on what their parents think. Personally, for me, no, because my kids have underlying issues, I wouldn't send them back to school. Hey, my brother's on. Hey, Sean, Dwayne Reed, what's up? What's up? Thank you for joining. Love my boys. Let me put it up here. You have no idea how thankful I am for the creator of Yo, I've heard of Roblox, but I've never like looked at the app. I always thought it was like a video. I don't know. I don't know anything about Roblox, so let me not even say. But is it a learning app? Like, do they learn from it, or is it like a video game like Call of Duty? I've never seen the actual app, so I don't know. We do what we have. Listen, we do what we have. That's very true. We do what we have to do. That ain't no lie. You're doing a great job. Just keep pushing on. Yo, shout out to all those who support me, even though I come to you guys with my stress, with my stress, with my all my issues. Shout out to you guys for being a listening ear and just listening to me complain about my life, because I promise you guys it is not easy. So thank you guys for encouraging me to continue, because sometimes it's just like, yo, they live with their daddy. So shout out to you guys for that. I really appreciate that. Really means a lot. You don't understand. Um, the next one that they're saying is you feel run down. You beat yourself up mentally for not being a perfect mom or dad. Yeah, for me, that don't happen often. I don't really beat myself down often, but there are times where I feel like, yo, I shouldn't give myself 2 hours. Like I should go play with them. Like I should be out there, just spending that time with them, because, nowadays, I keep saying, but nowadays it's just, you can't take life for granted. But then my body say, girl, you need a break. These kids are working your nerves. So then that supersedes that whole go playing with your kids. So, you know, let's see. They play a lot of fun video games and the kids. Okay. So, yeah, I've always been not a fan of video games, because it's just, they overly sexualize. They put too much in video games. So I never really, you know, been a fan. But I do know a lot of people love Roblox for their kids. So they must be doing something. But for me, I don't. I don't. But I definitely I would love to have some kind of schedule. First of all, I would love to work from home. I think for me, working from home would be better, simply because I can be here, so I can be in their space as well, but I can also implement a better schedule for them, especially the times where they're on their breaks, like lunch, we can eat lunch together. Excuse me, breakfast, we can eat breakfast together. It's kind of taken away from us because I go to work, but when I come back home, like I said, I'm so burnt out because, it's a lot at work. So when I get home, I have to lay down. Roblox. Okay, so I will check out Roblox. I know Kamora wanted it, but I had to veto it because I didn't know much about it. What do you guys do when you feel like the world's against you and you feel like you just can't be the best you can be for your kids? Like, what do you do? Do you suck it up and just say, you know what, I got to do what I got to do? Or do you just say, you know what, they need to go to a family member or a close friend and just have your day to yourself? Like, what do you do? How do you cope with that? I know for me, I think when my kids were younger, my brother played a huge part in me having my breaks. Like I couldn't like I tell you guys all the time, if I didn't have a village, I promise you, I don't know, I don't know. But shout out to my brother Sean. You know, he really helped me, and I really appreciate him for that because it's hard. It is extremely hard to do everything on your own. So for those who are out there doing it on their own without any support, kudos to you because your girl, I could not. But I think a good way to not be as burnt out is to have that time, to have the me time every single day. Put aside either 30 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it is, for yourself so that you can't, like I say, I love the analogy about being on a plane. When there's turbulence, you have to put the mask on you first before you can put it on your kids. So you have to help yourself out before you can be better for your children. And that's one of my biggest things is like, yo, if I don't get this time for myself, then I'm not gonna be no good for them or anybody else. I'm just gonna be the pop off queen that hits 0 to 100 real quick, and they better not. So for me, yeah, it is what it is. So let me know what's up, what's up. What do you guys do when you're super burnt out? Would you send your kids away? Or do you keep them and you just deal with it? Because I feel like if you just keep it, you're internalizing it, and you're getting yourself into a depression that you don't want to get into. And speaking of depression, on Thursday, this Thursday at 7 p.m., 7 p.m. We are going live and talking about depression, anxiety. It'll be part two. My friend, my girl, Bruce will be on here with me. We're going to be going in depth about depression, about men who deal with depression, how it's not really talked about. But we're going to go more in depth with that. So please tune in Thursday at 7 p.m. on my channel, which is Kianna Marie, 7 p.m. Do not forget. I really appreciate you guys' input. You make plans. Oh, let me put it on here. You make plans to allow them time away. Yes. It's crazy because I won't put the person's name out there, but I remember I was going through a deep, deep depression, and I'm like, I can't have these kids right here. Like, I can't have them in my space today. Like, I just can't. I need a break. I just need someone to take them. And I was telling the person, like, yo, I really need this time to myself. Like, I'm going to go crazy if I don't have time for myself. And the person's like, well, you're the one who chose to have these kids, so it's not anyone else's responsibility to watch your kids. So there's no such thing as you needing a break. So you need to deal with it. And what I took from that is that you shouldn't be telling everybody your business. Some people, you should not be telling your business. It's not abnormal that a single mother or single father or someone doing it, even people who are not single, married people, some people just need a break. Like, some people just need time for themselves. It's not that dang hard to have time for yourself. We need that, whether it's us being home with them 24/7 or even if they go somewhere. Like, we need time for ourselves. And so when that person told me that, my first response was anger, because it's just like, yo, how could someone say that to somebody? Like, I'm legit struggling. I'm vocalizing to you that I'm struggling, which is even hard in itself to do because, people are very prideful and they don't want to show, themselves being vulnerable. And so for me to come to you and tell you, like, yo, I'm really struggling and I really need help. And I don't know what to do. Like, can you do this or can you do that? And for them to say, like, you created this for yourself. Duh. I'm gonna ask you to tell me what I created and what I like. That's not my purpose of talking to you. My purpose is to tell you that I'm going through things, I'm depressed, and I need help. If you're not able to help, that is fine. And best believe that conversation, I never asked for help from that person ever again. Not even saying that I even called them to ask for help. It was just me venting about my struggles and my depression in regards to being overwhelmed with children. And so, like I said, I took from that is that you just can't tell everybody your business. Some people will take it and run with it. Some people are there to help you. But a lot of people are so dang on judgmental, it is not even funny. And for me, I don't mind judgmental people. I don't mind people who always got something to say. That's not what I mind because, the reality is that it's going to happen. But you'll just know from then on that I will just never tell you a dang on thing again. Radia. I definitely have that mom guilt. Even when I had a nanny, I felt like I needed to be present, interact with it. Yeah, so like I said, Rocky, it's harder when you have a younger child. So when you have a child who is so dependent on you and who is so clingy to you, it's harder to feel like, I need that time. Like you need a time. You need a time for yourself, by all means. But it's harder because you see your child, you see your little baby over there crying, reaching for you, calling your name. It's just like, yo, who am I to even go somewhere else? Like, how selfish am I that I shouldn't be around my child? I need to be around my child. No, you need that time for yourself. Your child will be just fine. Some kids just cry. You have to let them cry. It's good for their lungs anyway. So just let them cry. Or, give them something. You don't have to let them cry all the time. But you need that time for yourself because I promise you, if you don't get that time for yourself, it's just going to add the layers and layers and layers. And at some point, girl, you're going to break. So you need the time. You definitely need the time. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Bruce. No one should ever say something like their parents, single mother. Listen, people, like I said, guys, I'm an open book, and that's something I've done from 34 and under. I've always been an open book. I've always told anybody and everybody my problems that, if somebody asked a question, I would tell them. But as I turned 35, once I turned 35, I realized that a lot of people are not there for your best interest. A lot of people are there to either talk about you, to to be that, oh, I gave her advice, or I must have watched her child. She owed me. She owed me. No, I don't owe you nothing. But so a lot of people are not there for your best interest, and a lot of people you can't even trust with your kids. Me, guys, when I tell you, I don't trust 99, not 99, 95% of people. I do not trust people with my kids. I do not trust a lot of people with my kids. There is a select few that I trust with my kids, and that even that select few is the one I share my guilt with, like Rocky said, my depressions with, or the things that I go through to make me feel some type of way about my situation. So I definitely don't share everything with everybody because people are there to judge you, and they judge more and help less. So, and that's pointless, very pointless. So I don't, I just take it for a grain of salt and keep it moving. But a lot of people have a lot of things to say, and it's truly unfortunate. And let them say it. I don't go ahead, say what you need to say, but you only have one time to say it because I'm gonna pop off queen real quick, and I'll tell you about your grandma. I mean, not grandma, but you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't, I don't. I think because my kids are older now, and it's much easier for me to say, go there and go do this, go do that. It's way much easier. But listen, I put in the time. I put in that time way yonder, dealing with, doing everything. But now that they're older, I get a little more freedom to be able to have the 2 hours time set when I get from work. But, I don't feel guilty about that. I will never feel guilty about that because I need that in my life. I think one of the biggest issues is that people think that because you created this life for yourself, or just because no one told you to have a child, no one told you to have 2 kids, no one told you to do this outside of wedlock. What the heck is wedlock got to do with anything? I promise you guys, there are so many people in marriages and the spouse don't do crap. They don't do nothing. They just there to look at. There's a lot of marriages where people, either the man or the woman, who don't do nothing. So for me, I know for me, if I'm in a marriage and you see me struggling, cooking, cleaning, bottles, breastfeeding, and you just sitting there watching TV, yeah, there'll be no marriage. So I'm tired of people saying, that you're not married, and if you're married, the guy would do all this for you. Says who? Says who? You? Says who? Like, miss me with that, please, please. So yeah, just because you're married does not mean that you're going to guarantee get that help. That's one thing. There are a lot of people I know that don't have that kind of help, that they see the person struggling and they're sitting there. And while they're sitting there, they have demands for that person. I'm hungry and my feet hurt. And what are you cooking for dinner? What are you cooking? Like, I can't. So whether you're married, whether you're single, whether you're single mother, single father, married, whatever, it all still applies. You still get burnt out, even having help. You can have a nanny, you can have 2 nannies. You can have a husband, you can have whatever, you can have a wife, you still get burnt out. And for me, it's like, I'm not gonna sit here and judge anybody, especially if someone's coming to me and being vulnerable to me and telling me their issues. Because like I said, that's hard in itself to do. So I'm not gonna sit here and judge you and, tell you that to suck it up, because it's not that easy to do it. And if that person tells you suck it up, then I imagine how they are. But we won't get into that. It's been 35 minutes. Guys, thank you so much for joining this live. I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, this Thursday at 7 p.m., we will be going live with my girl, Somebody's Mama. I'll put her right here. She'll be on this live. We'll be talking about depression with men, anxiety, coping mechanisms. We'll be going into depth about depression. Again, this is February. This is Mental Health Month for my channel. So we'll be diving into things that, just trigger you and your mental. And you need to be, I promise you guys, you have to get to some kind of space where it's normal, like not normal, but you have to get to some kind of space where it's not as everything doesn't trigger you. You have to get some space. You have to get to a space where every single thing that happened does not trigger your depression, or get to a space where you're not depressed at all. Like, figure out coping mechanisms to deal with the depression. So I hope that you guys join Thursday at 7 p.m. on my channel, Kianna Marie. And until then, thank you so much for watching this video, this live. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you for commenting. Shout out to all you guys who commented and who came from work, or if you're at work, or if you're at home and who's viewing this. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. Love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your people to come to my channel and subscribe. The button's big old red. I think it's red button. Thank you guys. Love y'all. Bye.